During the presidential primary, I got to speak to a number of the candidates. There's been a lot of discussion and clean questions from the press to you about Donald Trump, and people have said the last 4 years has been a lot of civility. But anybody over the age of 30 knows that this divide has been with us for a long time. 9/11, the Bush-Gore election. When your dad was in the White House. It goes back quite a bit of time. Lately, it seems as that has really trickled down into the state level. Maybe not as bad as the national level, but there's still a lot of that. If you win on Tuesday, what specifically will you do to bring people together and try and heal that divide so we can move forward, regardless of what happens at the national level?
Well, a couple things. I would say that I think the national divide, if you really want to put just to comment on the way you phrased the question, the historical perspective, I think the real national divide happened in a couple phases. It first happened in 2006, when you had a lot of the anti-war stuff happening. And then 2008, it took, I think, a very different turn in that translated into the election and then ultimately in Washington. And then obviously, around 2015, 2016, you started seeing a lot of the racial unrest, the issue of social justice issues across this country. That started around 2015, 2016. Law enforcement was really under attack, frankly, from a lot of folks. And then where it has gone today. So you've seen a couple different levels of it. I'm a big believer. You got to lead by example. You got to lead by example. You got to just call the balls and strikes like you see them. I'm not saying everyone has to be an independent. Everyone has to be down the middle. It's okay to be a strong Republican or a strong Democrat. That's perfectly fine. I think culturally, right? It's not just politics. It's in our culture. Just how we talk to folks. I think I've always said, people have heard me say that social media is the bane of human existence, right? It's the worst. I use it all the time, and I'm telling you, it's terrible. Because somehow along the line, we got to the point where we thought it was okay to talk to someone in this negative way, to the cyberbullying and all of that kind of stuff. We thought that if we're not looking at them in the eye, we can say whatever we want. And you can't. You really can't do it. So if you've seen just from the political side, my campaign is positive. I don't do negative ads. If you see what we post online, we don't talk about our opponents in negative ways. We talk about policy, of course, policy differences, that's fine. But we really try to stay above board on all of it in a very positive way. And so I just try to lead by example. That's all you really can do. It doesn't mean I'm going to change my policy positions or my philosophy or anything, but I always try to approach things with a smile. I always try to approach things with an open mindset, and the issues that really need to be addressed are ones where we just throw politics aside.